Millions of fans are rearranging their schedules, setting their DVRs, and counting down the minutes to a television event that's been eagerly anticipated for nearly a year. Season 6 of the smash HBO series Game of Thrones premieres Sunday night. But speculation has been reaching a fever pitch about the man who's quickly becoming a household name, Jon Snow. Here's ABC's Jesse Palmer.
More than 8 million people watched this murder scene last year.
For the watch.
Jon Snow, betrayed and killed in cold blood by his closest comrades.
That's all I think about. What was taken from me.
I know what happened.
After a year of anticipation, Game of Thrones fans will finally get their fix. Murder, betrayal, sex and power. All in the quest for the Iron Throne.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
For the few who don't know, Game of Thrones is an obsessive smash hit. A medieval fantasy epic featuring warring families struggling for control of the 7 kingdoms. There are fire-breathing dragons, seductive queens,
take off your clothes,
and hunky anti-heroes, like the villainous Jaime Lannister, portrayed by Nikolaj CosterWaldau.
How would you want Jaime Lannister to die?
I don't want him to die. Well,
I don't want him to die either, but everyone dies, don't they? I mean, it kind of feels like that.
I'm sure he's going to die. He might already be dead. We shot season 6, so yeah.
Since it premiered in 2011, the show, based on George R.R. Martin's best-selling books, has won 26 Emmy Awards.
Game of Thrones.
Garnering fans by the millions, including President Obama.
Truth is, I just show up every day at my office and do my job. Got a picture of this, I think.
But the show is not without controversy. Graphic depictions of torture, murder, and rape are woven into storylines involving incest and sorcery.
Show them what Lannisters are. What we do to our enemies.
Lena Headey plays Jaime Lannister's sister and his love interest.
Your character, she's very interesting, obviously Cersei is, and she has very interesting relationships, certainly with her brother Jaime Lannister.
Yes.
It's incestuous, it's kind of weird, and I hear it might even get weirder.
I always say that Cersei wants to be him. There's part of her that's jealous that he's a guy and he gets to do all the guy things and she's supposed to be pretty and just be quiet. And so I think that's part of her love for him, and her desire is like she wants to be in his body. And he truly loves her. So that it's crazy.
You've had such a wonderful career, and you've done such tremendous work. You were phenomenal in 300. When you started Game of Thrones, did you think it could be this big?
No.
It was going to be this big of a deal?
I don't think anybody,
crazy for this.
I don't think anybody did, you know, because the notion is bonkers.
What do you think motivates Cersei within the Game of Thrones? Is it to be on the Iron Throne? Does she want it for herself?
Yes, I think that's undisputed for her. She's like, absolutely 100%, that's mine. I mean, she's tried to put all her children on it.
But perhaps the most beloved character, Jon Snow, whose supposed death at the end of last season sent fans into a frenzy. And unleashed a tidal wave of sadness online. And even though magic has brought people back from the dead, nobody from the show was spilling the beans.
Jon Snow, is he really dead?
He is dead. Ned Stark is also dead. He died in the first season.
How then does Jon Snow's death change the game?
No comment. Saying nothing. Yeah, nothing.
And where the show excels is getting you gloriously uncomfortable.
What is your name?
Those torture scenes, what headspace do you get yourself in to have to play in those types of scenes?
I guess to go to those really dark places, you have to kind of keep it light in between. But, you know, ironically, Uran kind of was one person who kind of helped me through it. You know, the person that you see inflicting all this pain on me was actually really there for me. Sorry to be all mushy, but you were. You know, he was a
lot of love in the room.
There's a lot of love.
Yeah. Remember what you are and what you're not.
Well, what sort of things can we expect from your character?
Some more horrific behaviour, real disgraceful stuff, you know. Yeah, you wouldn't want to take him home to meet your mother.
The men of Game of Thrones often wonder what fate will befall their characters next.
If you could choose the way your character died, how would it be?
He will slip on a stone and crack his head in the ground.
Wow, it's romantic.
Cardiac arrest in a hurried exit from a dalliance with Gilly.
I'd like to be torn apart by sharks.
A dragon-related death. Surely you want to get battling a dragon or something.
Yeah, you want as much CGI as possible. You want to have a very expensive death.
Yeah, make them pay for it.
There's always hope they'll make it to season 7. For Nightline, I'm Jesse Palmer in New York.